But I'm live. I've just been setting up for the 2022. Notice some dirt on the bill. Anyway, setting up for the 2022 season. As you notice, when somebody says isolation, make sure they have nets not 10 foot away or 5 foot away. That's not isolation. That's BS. But anyway, so what else is there? I got demonetized from YouTube. Looks like there's a bunch of reports from hobbyists saying that they're better, cheaper prices. Those type of people reported me hundreds of times, got me demonetized. I was so busy. It took me about 2 hours of paperwork. 2 hours of paperwork to get back monetized. That has been filed as a happening and proof and all that other stuff. But that's not why I'm here. But that's why I wasn't here. So anyway, moving on, moving forward. I'm just doing a quick video. I'm setting up for the season. Just a couple weeks ago, it was like snow around here, and just a little bit. And this year seems a little bit warmer than last year. So let's get on with it. I'm still setting up. It's been raining a lot. I've been working in the rain. So the nets stop cross-pollination from the bees. Some people will argue about the hole size that pollen can go through there. Well, first of all, pepper plants are self-pollinators, so for them to go from the flower to come through here, go directly through the hole, cross the hallway, I call this the hallway, through that hole and onto that flower, unharmed, undamaged, it is just beyond ridiculous. So yeah, and feel free to share this. Seeds will keep for several years. All my seeds are fresh every year, so there's that. They go back about a year and a half to 2 years. Right now some might be about 2 years, but they're very fresh. Oh yeah, this is a great joy, all this stuff. So, from the trees, some of my trees, I think, some of my neighbors, I'm not sure. Probably mine. And then they weigh it down, so I just come out here. Boy, there's a big pile. Look at this stuff. Yeah, I like to get rid of all the trees. Most of the trees, the issues are actually my neighbors, not mine, so there's not too much I can do. Eventually, I will move, because it's costing me several $1,000s a year in loss. And you can see the branches are coming over. I don't have time for that, let alone go up 70 foot. So, let alone handle my own trees. They're pretty old in this neighborhood. It is what it is. It's tough for everybody. So, it's not like I'm blaming anybody. But anyway. So I got to fill all this in. I got a bunch of other stuff to do today, so I'll probably set up some more nets today. Leaf blow a lot of this. Maybe another 20, 30 nets. I'm working on hardening off plants. This is a newer selfie stick. Is that all it goes? So we could... And then the greenhouse back there. So, yeah. So, all right. Yo, Jimmy, what's up? Not much. Got demonetized, and I'm back. Pepper scum. That's what we call them. I don't hold back. I don't give a crap. They can't beat me, so they try to beat me. So I'm back. I was demonetized. Took me a week to come back. Here I am. So, setting up the nets. Let's see, over here, I gotta leaf blow this like every day. This is gonna be weed whacked, and I'm gonna I might put a bunch of dirt on here, equal it out, and then I'll have this could be one net section here too. Things are going nicely. One thing I do love is the memories on Facebook. It tells me basically where I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This was all set up two years ago, but it was smaller. It was 50%. Holy Ghost Pepper says, I've almost lost hope in even hitting 1,000 subs on my channel. Don't give up hope. Hey, first off, drop your link. Drop your link, Kenny. Drop your link. And so that you might get a couple of subscribers. You got to keep content up. I realized you want to get massive subscribers, you have to do challenges. I'm not a challenge person. Oh man, I was sick for like 4 days after that last one. So, but yeah, I'll get to you on that. But I plateaued for like a month and I was pumping out content. I will personally tell you through experience, your subs will increase during the summer months, slowly decrease in the fall and winter and spring, not that much, unless you really do something extreme. Hardening off. Yeah. How do you harden off hundreds of plants? I harden off thousands of plants. Thousands of them. And these flowers will be picked. Anyway, so here is some plants. Here's some more plants, more plants, more plants. So what I do is, because it's this roof, that's not mold, that's dirt and everything else. I was sanding in here and never finished the job. So I got to scrub that up. But anyway, I don't have money to buy all the stuff. If it's not being sent to, it's hard to do to keep. Absolutely, Kenny. But do your own grow. Do your own challenges. I will personally tell you on analytics for challenges, you have to be on the top 10. And even top 10 is kind of freaking put your head down in shame. You have to be the top 5 to get any good analytics on a video. I was actually, I believe, number 1 or number 2 for the 2.0 Tubatera. Yeah, number 1 or number 2. And I have probably 1,1700 within a week. But yeah, as far as that stuff goes, yeah, it gets very expensive. Just eat peppers. Do your own stuff. Just content. What people really want, what they really, really want is they want times where you're going to be live constantly. And they want friendship, companionship. I can't really give that to the community because I'm so busy. Even doing this video is holding me back. But anyway, hardening off. Hardening, I could get more into detail about that as well. I mean, there's a lot you can do. You don't need to spend a lot of money. Just utilize your own grow. Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm tired every day. Anyway, so hardening off, what I do is, it's not ideal here, but I put these out here for about a week. I'll leave them out here. Ideally, you're supposed to put them outside for an hour, bring them in. Put them outside for 2 hours, bring them in. That's usually what the best thing to do is if it was in a cart. I also realized hardening off plants, I can kind of get a head start with high-powered lights and fans. But what I do is I put them out here. Also, if I see, I watch, because I do this full time, I do have the advantage. I have the disadvantage because my phone's ding, 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 ding all day. I had to warn 17 people this past week. I'm like, listen, if it's not product related or an issue, yeah, I'm just going to have to ask people to, if you want to chit chat, call a neighbor. You don't chit chat with the owners of Burger King. or McDonald's. You know what I mean? If we're personal friends, it's a little different. But yeah, it was just getting too much. We're talking thousands, two to 3,000 messages a day. Anyway, so my advantage is, though, I do this full time. So when I have these isolation nets, I'll put 2 or 3 of them on it and then put them out. And it seems to work well. And then after a day or two, I'll take the third layer off, go into the second. Yeah, some of the pools break already. These pools don't last too long. They last a couple years. Some of them not even a year. So it's like I got to cut my grass constantly. So just setting up and putting some buckets in here. I will clip these down a little bit better when everything's in there. What did I just see? Just saw a squirrel going flying. So this is going to be one of my little review areas. I could go inside, but I need getaway places. So, little review area. Or a hangout area when I have people over. If I have people over. I never have people over. So there's that. It's been very windy for the last 2 months. Still got more property down here, which I could expand once I get this all cleaned up. I've been organizing this. I'm telling you straight up, if you're in a windy area and you're trying to set this up, this is the biggest pain. I mean, this looks like garbage right now. Probably looks better from the inside. This setup was pretty cheap. I got it for under $200, and they didn't even have holes in the pools to clip in or nothing. So it's like I taped them. They didn't work well. I got gypped. I got gypped on this setup. The plastic's pretty cool. It does rip. It did rip a little bit. I'm not that concerned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get extra pools and set this up a little bit better once you get the ropes and all that. And something I noticed with these greenhouses, see, I roped it. These tabs, I'm going to tuck it in the inside, and that'll help hold structure and all that stuff. Kind of looks like crap right now. The wind blows the stuff everywhere. The metal bends. It freaking bends. It's cheap. It's not good. This is like a disposable greenhouse. Not a big fan. Next time, I'll get a normal one. Like $1,000, $3,000 one. And put electric in it. This is going to be tore down eventually. I had a tree that came through it. My neighbor's tree behind it came through as well. So, yeah, still working on leaves. How about them apples? But whatever. So, anyway, I mean, things are pretty good. Things are pretty good. So here's my rows. I haven't looked at comment sections too much. Now, I will say something about isolation in a negative way. When you isolate, you're taking away some of the wind and all that other fun stuff. So what ends up happening is you get smaller yields. It costs more money to do it, plus you get less out of it. I used to get, and I have pictures of proof, massive high yields. I know how to grow, and I know how to grow extremely well. Extremely well. Like, you can barely see the plant, peppers all over the place. That's the way I grew before I isolated. Once you start isolating, it ends up a little bit less yields. Now, what you can do to increase your yields is shake the plant a little bit, because they're self-pollinators. I go by here through the nets, I'll hit it. High five, hit it, and all that other stuff. So that's what I do. And it does help. It really does. So I do morning inspections. every day. I look at the plants, see if there's aphids, listen to the plants, what they want, all that other stuff. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, but he's got the time for that one. I'm already 16, 18 hours a day. I miss you going live, buddy. It's just nice, entertaining. Thank you. See? Pepper Baby Burns, hello. Okay, so anyway, seeds are still good. I should really make a list of things I'm going to discontinue growing for various reasons. Basically, the big reasons like big mustard mama, big black mama, those peppers, you know, they're from my good friend Troy. But the thing is, they're not big sellers for me. They're not, and if they sit on the site within 2 years, I end up just packaging a bunch and just give them away for free with orders, and then I'll discontinue. I will not grow those anymore if they don't sell. I have to have money making. This is money making. You know, it's funny. I call it the campaign or the narrative. I even have a video called The Narrative. That, oh, pickles is just out for money. Well, I do this for a living, so yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm out for money. You damn Skippy peanut butter it is. But I also do love this. I love what I do. But I'm here to make a living as well. If something's not going to sell, why continue? Why bring it up? Why keep doing it? Why keep doing it? So I have a lot to do. I'll probably go live a little bit later today. Isolated is the way to go. There's campaigns against isolation. Listen, folks. Those are the sellers who can't afford to spend $30,000, $40,000 on nets. And people, oh, there's no way you thought. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you spent all that money. Well, this net right here, brand new. If it's a nice red small pepper in here, a bird will think it's a berry and will peck through it, rip the net, the wind will blow and start ripping it. Guess what? Guess what? Now I got to replace the net. And I do that probably to 20 or 30 a year because there's a lot of birds here. Not them, not them, not them. I can't remember who it is. It's somebody back there. They have like 3,000 bird feeders, and it attracts all the birds in this area. So it's the birds and deer. Oh, also, deer deterrent. People ask me every year, why do I use this when it's disposable? And you can see some of the old stuff here. It dry rots and you could just pop it right off. But why do you use this? Why don't you use strong string or rope and just not worry about it and put the work into it and more money every year? This is absorbent. This is absorbent. And I'll spray it with a vegetable oil, with garlic and hot peppers, and it keeps the deer away. Now, every time it rains, I got to spray a little bit more, but higher concentrated, got to do it. Yeah, this needs all straightened up too. Look, a squirrel. Where's the squirrel? Go squirrel. Go squirrel. It's your birthday. Oh, crap. I thought he was going to jump at me. I actually thought he was going to jump at me. Brandon Breeding. What was the exact moment in your life when you knew that this was what you wanted to do? What makes you... Well, there is a story behind it. A story I've never really told. Maybe in the future. But I was exposed to a bunch of forums 10, 15 years ago. And I kind of fell in love with it. And it became my life. I love peppers. And the thing is I was a welder for 17 years. I was also a lab technician. a successful lab technician, and I've had a few professions that I did extremely well at. But a lot of jobs went to Mexico for cheap labor. Some of the jobs collapsed. Some of the management wouldn't give me more than a 20-cent raise, so I walked off on the job. Those type of ordeals. It's better to get fired and collect unemployment. Oh yeah, I do have a selfie stick. Notice that. Anyway, having fun now. It's been a while. I missed you. I missed all of you. All right. I have a lot of work to do today. I'm a little exhausted, but I didn't eat yet, so I'm going to eat something and then take about an hour break, come out here, crank some more nets, and I'm going to work on getting some plants together. Like I said, my seeds will keep for several years before germination rates drop, so buy up. My plants are doing well. They're pretty big. Some are bigger than others. These nets need to be cleaned up, and then I'll bring up more plants. I have plants in the bay window, which is getting direct sunlight. I'm getting fans on them. I have 3 grow rooms. So, well, actually 4 rooms with plants in it right now. And I'm going to take a chance putting stuff out early, and I'll just double net them and all that other stuff. And if they start getting burned, I'll get nets. I'll save the old nets. I've been throwing those out, but the nets that were ripped, I'll save some of those and then just double it up in case they start getting sunburned. Arsenic element. Awesome, Brandon. So, yeah, I've had quite the adventure in my life. But anyway, so I have a long road ahead of me, and this long road has to be traveled very quickly with a lot of coffee. And try not to throw up every day from too much caffeine. Yeah, that's been an issue lately. I've had that much caffeine lately. I got this done in a day and a half. This much. And then I'm going to crank out more work. What's the minimum nighttime would you put the plants out in? Nighttime really doesn't matter. It's about the daylight. When the daylight burns the plants. Oh, temp. Minimum? 45. You can stun plants and they'll still survive, but they'll be stunned. Some of them, depending upon the size. I'd say 45. 44, 45, the low temps. Right now, I think I could put mine out now. So this is fun. This is great. Lots more varieties. You're welcome, Dirk. And I appreciate you, Dirk, and I appreciate everybody else. I'm going to have to find those tomato plants. They're lost in the mix. Hopefully they're still alive. But yeah, lots of work to be done. Anyway, gotta go. Already 23 minutes into this. Wanted to touch base. I'm back being monetized. That's good. I have a table full of ramen noodles that I'm going to eat this week. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll just end up doing 2-3 meals of those to review them, which feels silly after the Tubatera 2.0. That's it. All right. Isolated seeds, jppepperseeds.com. My seeds will last for several years before germination rates drop. And if you're not buying isolated, you're taking a chance, a bigger risk. So, people say, well, I don't want to pay $5 a pack or $4.49 a pack. They spend $2, $3, and do you know how many people? A year come to me and say, oh, my stuff didn't grow true. From now on, I'm going to buy from you because they're isolated. We are talking probably 400 or 500 people a year converting to my company because I isolate, because they didn't get what they paid for. Now, I can't guarantee genetics. If you grow something, even a ghost is pretty solid. But if you grow on a ghost pepper plant, you take the seeds and you grow it on 4-inch plant and you start producing, they're not going to look as good as a 5-foot plant. So that being said, that's kind of on the grower and not the seller. I'm trying to slowly get away from a bunch of the hybrids, although I kind of sound like I could contradict myself because I'm going to release multiple creations of mine. I think they're ready. And everything else. This is only part of them. This is my creation here, and I have probably 3 times as much more. This is called Ultraviolet. This is my creation. I've been on it for many years, and I need to dig up the files. How many vendors dig up the files on generation pictures? Not many. They'll be like, okay, here's a picture of a flower, and okay, F3. I'm like, come on, man. But it is my objective. It is my goal not to care about what other people do, only myself, and move on. I got lots of exciting things, and I know I will be highly successful this year, which will make you highly successful. You. So, all right, I've talked enough. Check out that sky. All right. Boom.